Heya, this is Sydney, and I am here to talk us through Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. It is Mars's day, and Mars is in Leo. He's fired up. He is kind of ready to kick up the gear, right? A lot more energy kind of flowing through. I think that in the last few weeks, we've probably been feeling a bit like undermotivated, and now we are definitely motivated because Mars in a fire sign is definitely better than Mars in cranky Cancer. The moon is in Aquarius for most of this day. We will have a vibe shift in the evening. But we do in the very, very early morning, 3:50 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have that moon in Aquarius trine Jupiter and Gemini. And this is a nice, flowing, good feeling aspect, very social on the East Coast. You know, people could be waking up in somewhat a pleasant mood or a curious, inquisitive mood, especially about those around them. Lots of ideas and feelings kind of flowing by, but nothing too deep or too critical. We will also at 4:26 a.m. have a quintile of that moon to the sun in Taurus, and this is a feel-good aspect as well. There is kind of I want to say, a way of feeling cozy without being too attached to it all. And social, again, the moon in Aquarius is a social moon. It really is taking in the needs of the others over their own. You know, they're thinking of their friends, they're thinking of their community. And with the sun in Taurus now, we definitely have creative imperative to find comfort and stability and ease. There is an engagement with things that are beautiful, that feel soft, right? Art could be on our minds as well, because Taurus does have to deal with artistic endeavors due to its being ruled by Venus, especially Venus and Pisces. We will have, yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure that Venus was still in Pisces. um, so the biggie of the day is that Sun square Mars. It is a last quarter square. It's going to happen at 10:26 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and this is a clash of the egos. This is a sort of square that is like pushing us forward. We want to make some sort of change, some sort of momentum. We're being kind of forced to change, right? The square, forced to do something, but it is in fixed signs and it really doesn't want to. Mars in Leo kind of has a desire to uh, act in grandiose ways, to gain attention, to be recognized. And the sun in Taurus isn't really all about that. It's really about its comfort, safety, sense of security and stability. And so these two fixed signs really don't see eye to eye. However, the one thing that they do see eye to eye about can be artistic principles. And so I think this can be a very creative square, especially if we have a mind on whatever conflict comes up, try to have creative solutions to what comes forward. 10:50 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to get a sextile to Chiron, an ability to kind of emotionally and intuitively interact with our wounds and our healing. 2:48 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to have a moon square Uranus. Now, this can be some sort of shock, destabilization, some sort of upset, especially around things that have to do with our security and stability in this world, especially in us feeling connected, perhaps connected to others through resourcing. Um, that that square can feel quite unnerving, a bit electrical, and also because it is a fixed square, this is a stubborn space where we don't want to make some sort of change, and the moon is being asked by Uranus to liberate itself from something that it's doing that isn't necessarily for its highest good. Now, we have some semi-sextiles in the evening, or early afternoon, late afternoon, going into the evening. So I think that there's something really kind of emerging. It can be around our value systems or a sense of belonging, sense of being social with others, and also with our sense of stability in society and the kinds of foundations that we're trying to create. At 10:06 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we do have the moon entering Pisces. Now, there's something about the moon in Pisces after all of that sextile to Chiron and the square to Uranus, and also that ego clash earlier in the day that says, kind of have gone through it. You've maybe even engaged with your trauma, some drama, right? And now we're kind of feeling sad and sorry for ourselves. The moon in Pisces is a very intuitive moon. It's very, very emotional. It is a water moon, right? And it can also feel a little bit too much, right? A sense of overwhelm can be a part of this moon signature. And we also might believe the stories we tell ourselves, even though that's not true. Something about the moon in Pisces that I think is important for us to remember is that it has like kind of an osmosis nature. And so it's absorbing and feeling its entire surroundings and just kind of taking it in without any filter. And one of the things that a moon in Pisces really needs to do is to have really good boundaries, because it is essentially boundarylessness. It's lacking boundaries. So it's a good time to ask yourself, are the things that I'm feeling really, really mine? Is this a real thing that I am going through, or did I make up this story myself? At the very, very end of the night, 11:29 p.m., we have a semi-sextile of the moon to Neptune in Aries. And so this can be, something is emerging, some new ideas about the way to go forward, about our dream, the dreamscape that we're trying to create. It's really minor though, so I feel like really the moon's vibe shift into Pisces is going to be the thing that we're going to notice the most in the evening. So try not to feel too sad or too sorry for yourself. Instead, take a nice bath and then just go to bed, drift off and have some good dreams. All right, take care. That's Tuesday. See you tomorrow.
Hey, thank you for listening to today's Astro Weather with me. I'm Sydney. As a reminder, I'm always open to seeing both new and my beloved returning clients. My website is ddastrology.com, that is D as in dog, astrology.com, to check me out and just click the email buttons in order to schedule with me. If you're into a more conversational feel with your podcast and content, I have a podcast called BS Astrology with my fellow Mercurial Mommy Bender, and we put out episodes every Sunday for the week. Just search BS Astrology on YouTube or wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts, including Spotify, Audible, and more. Have a good day.